here with
Anthony Thomas.
and you're listening to Screen Chasers. This is a very special edition of Between the Screens because we just found out some news that we're really excited about. Anthony, do you want to share this news with the people?
Yes, I do. Alright, as most of you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger is out of the office and back in front of the cameras. Now, myself personally, I've been a little let down lately. I saw him in Expendables, who cares? Saw him in Expendables 2, still not impressed. I saw the trailer for the new one he's got coming out. What's it called?
Last Stand, I think.
Last Stand. Don't give a shit about that. I don't. It just looks like a shitty B movie. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
What is that light, sir?
That light is called The Legend of Conan.
Oh my God,
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now hear me out before you start yammering on and like booing and sucking your teeth and all that bullshit.
Well, let me say this. Yeah, I had that same initial reaction when Anthony showed me this link online. I didn't even want to look at it at first because I'm like, oh my God, please don't tell me that he's gonna try to fit into that loincloth again and do the same old, shit as before.
Boom! And that's where the fuck you'd be wrong because he ain't doing that shit. They're picking this shit up right from where Barbarian left off. That iconic scene where he's like in the throne, just sitting there looking like the baddest motherfucker on the planet. Just an old, aged Conan who's like ravaged the land and raped the women and done everything he could do.
Now he's almost bored with it. He's like, now I'm king. What happens now?
I'm so excited about the concept of this movie. Whether it plays out, God help me. God help me let it play out. But whether or not it plays out, the concept is great. It's going to be picking right back up. You've got an old, aged Conan who's knocking at the gates of Valhalla, who's just ready to go. He's done everything that he can. He's basically on a death mission. He wants something or someone to end it. He's searching for that good death that'll get him into Valhalla.
What stuck out to me when I read this article online was that they've decided, and it was a pretty bold move, to basically ignore the second movie, Conan the Destroyer, and even ignore the new film, the remake of Conan the Barbarian.
Now, you and I, we like the new Conan.
I do like the new Conan. Yeah, absolutely.
We do. Jason Momoa did a good job. It was a cool movie. It was more like the comic book. But if you're talking about Conan and the film aspect,
oh man,
Conan the Barbarian is where it's at. I know you personally.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women. Come on, you can't beat that kind of stuff in there. In this one, the original Conan had a very brooding, pondering Conan. He was a warrior, but he also was constantly trying to figure out the riddle of steel.
He was bred with the finest of stock.
He was. It was actually, there was a lot of depth to the movie. And it was a fantastic film. And I think, I wish a lot more sequels would take a cue from what this movie seems like it's trying to do, which is, okay, we have Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's an older guy, right? He's an older man now.
Yeah.
And he's in the same kind of position that Conan would be. He's an older guy. He is a ruler. And now, it's, as you said, he's done all that, and now he must go to Valhalla. So he must find a good death to be able to do that. He has to go, to war, battle, whatever.
And Conan's not the kind of guy that wants to die on a throne. He wants to die in a battlefield. He wants to die at the edge of a sword.
Yes, he had to go by the blade, by steel.
You live by steel, you die by steel.
Now, Anthony, I'm kind of concerned because the last time I saw a picture of Arnold, he was pretty flabby and pretty wretched looking, my friend.
Aha! Aha! Where there's a will, there's a way. And by will, I mean steroids! Damn you, Arnold! Get your ass back on the juice!
Yeah!
Yes!
Juice it up, Arnold! He's gonna be fucking huge
I'm
by
gonna
this
say
movie.
this right now. You give Arnold Schwarzenegger about a year on roids, like steady flowing at roids.
Yeah.
There's no cap, dude. The man has the body structure of a god.
He
And
does.
I'm gonna say this right now. He isn't gonna be the Arnold from 1980, whatever. This is gonna be an old, He's gonna have loose skin, but he's gonna be huge, man.
Well, that's what makes it so good. Is he's not trying to be that young Arnold in this one. He's not trying to be a young Conan. He's going at it saying, "I'm an older man. I'm an old Conan." Yeah, he's the old lion, and he's going to be surrounded by young cubs, I suspect, something like that, who are trying to get what is his. And I cannot wait to see if there is anyone that can destroy Conan. Who can take out Conan?
A horde. Like, a fucking fleet of warriors. Like, I don't want one person to take him out. I want him to be like in the middle of a mosh pit of
like
death.
Skewered by like 1,000 spears.
Yeah, like just fucking laid waste to by like 1,000 arrows. Like something like that. But what I want them to do with this film, like this is just me personally, I don't want them to try and take the Conan story and try to inject it with the new age cinema style.
Yeah.
No. Fuck that. I want somebody who wants to make an 80s film.
Yeah.
I want Conan the Barbarian 2. Like, I want it to be like, boom, there it is. Like, in your face, nonstop action. None of this PG crap. I want this rated R. I want this bloody, gory, and just like in your face.
That's a thing that's still up in the air, like the rated R thing. It's not set in stone yet. What I read is they're leaning towards the PG-13. They're trying to assure you there's going to be lots of, action and everything. But I think, R is what the people want. And I imagine Arnold wants it too.
Mm-hmm. The way I see it, to do this movie justice, to get it as brutal as you want, I don't know where that deciding line between PG-13 and rated R really lies if you don't throw in cussing, because there isn't a lot of cussing in the Conan the Barbarian movie.
No,
but it was rated R back in the 80s, when just the gore of the fights and everything would get you that rated R. If you watch Conan the Barbarian, you can watch it on TBS now, and they don't have to cut anything.
Yeah.
The only thing that really got it rated R was a couple titties in the movie.
Yeah, it's it, and it's not even really like.
I mean, hell, you can say fuck now and still get a PG-13.
Yeah, seriously,
you get one.
You get one. You
use it wisely.
Yeah, use it wisely. Oh man. Well, I'll tell you this. I'm super excited about the movie. I hope it doesn't make the same mistakes like Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull did, where you have an old man trying to be the young Indy. Doesn't work. I think they're trying to learn from that. I'm really excited about it.
I do too, man. I am so excited about this. At first, I actually heard about it prior to reading the article, and I was like, yeah, whatever. Just like, I'm sorry, after seeing that trailer for the Last Stand, like I was just like, oh god, okay, yes, I get that you want to come back, and I am, for nostalgia purposes, I am excited to see Arnold back. And when I heard that he was going to be in the new Terminator, I'm like, whatever. But this story of where they could take it, man, that could be so good.
And one last thing I want to throw out there real quick. What's interesting about Conan the Barbarian is that people give Arnold a lot of shit because as far as acting goes.
Oh yeah.
Because he a lot of times he does those action one-liners and calls it a day. And that's his thing. But I'll say this, in Conan the Barbarian, he honestly, like, there were moments of pain and passion and love and loss and anger. There was a big range as far as character goes. And I think that Arnold might seriously want to actually do something different, like the old days, and get back to that and maybe do something that has some depth to it.
Oh, you mean like Junior?
Mine and your favorite movies, is that what it is?
And Jingle All the Way.
And Jingle All the Way. Poor baby. Alright folks, thanks for listening to Screen Chasers. This has been Between the Screens. I am Ben Green, and I'm here with...
Anthony the Barbarian.
And we will hopefully see you soon. Holla!